Okay. Andromeda Embassy. Ooh. Yay.
Pathfinder. No rest for the weary. The ambassador's messages are overflowing again. The ambassador's messages are overflowing again.
Okay. Keep up the good work. Now then. Yeah, what the heck. Start back here. Make our way inward. Ah, I can't jump. Dang it. I'm definitely liking the color of my outfit now. I mean, the other ones were fine when it... Whoop. They were fine, but I wanted to kind of just mix it up a bit. Whoop. Oh, just... Okay. Ah, I thought something ran by me. Correction, I ran by it. Hello. I hate how you have to almost walk in front of them, where it's like over here, it's like, I wish you could just start the conversation and he would just turn around. Like a cutscene or something.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder, I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Yay! Let's help each other. Solar amplifier for Vold. Hello.
You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Thank you.
Ven, thought you'd be in a resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
You didn't trade one cell for another after all. And you get fresh air.
And servitude, dressed up like forgiveness. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
It's better than what Sloan would have done to you.
Lucky me. I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
At least you're alive and you could benefit the community somehow.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Ah, the Rieger. Rest in peace, man. That's right, I need titanium still. Armor. Materials. Materials probably would have them.
I'm not selling to aliens.
But
Hey, Alexei. I tracked down some samples of the Angaran antiseptic you were talking about.
The Angara antiseptic? Oh, Samar. That's the name, isn't it?
Something like that.
Can't wait to test its applications. Thank you very much, Vetra.
I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Maybe they've all got huge crushes on you.
Ryder, that's a little far-fetched.
I don't think so. Everyone wants a spiky girlfriend.
Sure, Ryder.
I wouldn't go so far as say everyone, but I'd say a decent amount. Plus, again, we're the aliens here. They're probably fascinated by how we look, just in general.
Have something to celebrate? Take home a
Pathfinder.
Do you have titanium? I'll take all your titanium. How much do you have? Can this in just okay. I just spent like half my credits on titanium.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
me speak to the Moshai. Hey, Liam. What's up?
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
Hey, Drac.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Getting into trouble, Drac? Do I need to keep you on the ship?
Not what I meant. Just thinking it can't be easy to be Angara under the Ket's boot. Old Krogan like me can relate.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but dial it down. We're guests here.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to put up with this. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Dude, I'm the Pathfinder. I'm responsible for finding you guys homes. Chill out. Have these been updated?
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri dish, would they?
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family. I can't go without their blessing. I'm sorry.
Poop.
I'll try to get my family's permission. Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you. Welcome back. Avela's getting restless.
What do you expect? She used to crawl through cat-infested ruins.
Ryder, they've got amazing Remtech research going on here.
While we can't know for certain, theories about this remnant device suggest its function may be to convert rock and sand into nutrient-rich soil. While this car figure predates every artifact we've discovered, carbon dating indicates it's still only a millennium old. Its depiction may be an early deity whose identity was lost in the Scourge. This pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from the ancient temples of Havarl.
I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
We have an amazing opportunity, and a great responsibility.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you? Just riding you, Ryder. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Peeb.
Pavoa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels. Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angara? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
You're already rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Antibiotics. Are you the Angara that tried scanning me?
You have questions? Be quick.
Generating personal electrical fields must come in handy.
It's just part of who we are. We don't think about it.
But you can defend yourself, create light sources, replace a dead battery. Heck of a parlor trick.
It's no trick.
Did you scan me on your own? Or did someone put you up to it? Paran? Ephra?
I'm a scientist. I want to understand anything outside my knowledge and experience.
All that information you collect is for personal use?
Of course not. Angara share knowledge. It's how we survive.
You've scanned others like me before. Where'd you find them?
We have other colonies. Some of your exiles found them.
Did they make a good impression?
No.
Well, we exiled them for a reason. It can't have been easy, holding out by yourselves against the Ket.
Before them, it was the Scourge. Our entire civilization was almost wiped out. Centuries of rebuilding.
It says a lot that you've made it this far.
We'll go much further.
How do you stay busy when you're not scanning strangers from another galaxy?
I research and develop organic tactical equalizers.
That sounds scary.
Only to those who threaten ire.
What else did your scan reveal about me?
You're strong, tough. But much of Helios is inhospitable to human biology. You won't have it easy.
Never have. How do humans stack up against your people in the Ket?
You lack biological advantages, but your technology may offset that.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, yes. Go.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Oh.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
Huh. An ion bed. Hello.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jal takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
Though there are variations from adapting to different planets, all Angara are warm-blooded mammals that favor a cool, wet climate. Angaran females typically give birth to several young who require support and supervision, resulting in large extended families that become accustomed to living and working together. Donated Angaran anatomy textbooks reveal that the epidermis of their skin is photoelectric and photovoltaic. Specialized electrocyte cells, regulated by a specialized organ called the tyon, allow an Angara to generate a much greater electromagnetic field than most organic species, and exercise fine control over it. When needed, an Angara can unleash an electromagnetic pulse that damages weapons and electronics. Minimized pulses, transmitted through touch, serve as social cues.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
Oh, we got one more thing back here. Ah, weapons merchant. Hey, Cora.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout. It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Anything I buy will be used to fight Cat.
You fight our enemy, but you're not one of us. Remember that.
I detect the infrared dye Silvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go back there. Okay. There we go. Just zip on down to the market. Back, Ambassador.
Director Tan is pleased with the Angara you sent to the Nexus. Thank you for your help. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
Governor Shai is on our side. She'll know what to do.
You're right. We need to solve this problem together. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Tan immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to port quickly and hand in all this delivery stuff. And then we're gonna go see the Moshai. Special delivery.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
All right. we just gotta go visit the Moshai, and then we're gonna head over to the Nexus. Because we got some talking to do with Addison and Spender. Nope, nope, that's the cultural center. Never mind.
Effa should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I want to be allies. Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
What's going on? Man, I needed to go to the Nexus next, though. Jal? You might have a situation, buddy.
Ryder.
Have to say, feeling pretty good about myself. Pock's the first thing I've made that I doubt I'll get tired of. And that's saying a ton, believe me. Someday, when we've got this Remtech all figured out, Pock's gonna blow people's minds. Not sure why I decided to write this to you. Strange impulse, that. I'll have to noodle on it a bit. Time to develop my armor. Load out. There we go. Okay, vid call.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No rider, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Oh boy. Poker log. The team's invited me to their regular poker game. They've been practicing and each wants to be the one to dethrone me. Notes on crew tendencies. Game 1. Result: took everyone's credits in record time. Vetra sighs when she gets the card she wants. Every time. When PB finishes shuffling, the bottom card can often be seen. Drac might be the easiest to read, but try not to say anything that suggests this. In fact, say the opposite. He gets even sloppier when his ego's been stroked. Cora has yet to bluff. Might not be in her makeup. Jal has real potential. Game 2. Broke Game 1's record. Consider easing up on them a little. PB has started checking, but only to check raise. She always needs to be the one pushing the action. Drac thinks staring at me will tell him something. Think I'll blow him a kiss next time. Vetra's getting upset. She doesn't show it, but it's obvious. Cora still won't bluff. She's too risk-averse. Even with a good hand, a strong bet will get her to lay it down. Joel's inexperience is an advantage. He's hard to read. Game 3. Let Vetra hang with me for a long time, before dashing their hopes this time. She left very encouraged. Overall mood was improved among the others. If Joel is still in a hand, PB plays less aggressively. Think she wants him. Drac doesn't know it, but he picks his nose when he's got something. Cora bluffed. It was horrible. 2 or 3 hands, Joel had me sweating. He's only just started, and he's so much better than Vetra. You know what? I think I'm going to change my armor color. I'll think about it. Nexus. That's where we're going.
Anomaly on sensors.
Wait, in here?
Probe away. Anomaly found.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
Interesting. Well, we gotta go to the Nexus. Then there's the big question of what do we do after that? We gotta go to Eos. We should go help Vetra and Korra. We got the 2 other planets that we need to go and possibly colonize still. Choices, choices, choices.
Stuck here. The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
Is it true? Was there an attempt on that traitor Sloane Kelly's life?
It's true.
Oh, that makes me happy. The thought of her out there with a target on her back. Someday she'll get hers.
I don't like your attitude.
I'm not alone. That woman is despised. She deserves death.
Hi, I'm Angara, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration process.
Hello there. Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
A bar opens on the
bar's been open for a while now. I think everyone knows about it. It's the only one on the station.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Addison's office. The entire wing.
I know why you're here. Yale told me to expect a visit. I hoped this blunder wouldn't come to light, but Helios has a habit of dashing our hopes. Have the three Sabers been eliminated, Pathfinder?
Their deaths don't make this okay.
I realize that, Ryder. A poor decision was made. People paid for it, but it's over. As far as everyone's concerned, the three Sabers acted on their own.
But they didn't, did they? Hey, Ryder.
Who the hell's this?
This investigation started with Sid's instincts.
I applaud good instincts, but not in this case.
So I was right, wasn't I? Someone on the Nexus was helping the three Sabers.
Yes, it was a mistake. We authorized a course of action that cost lives, but, like I said, it's over.
You have to tell people. If we made a mistake, we have to own it, right?
Who does that serve? It could damage relations with the Angara, spark another uprising.
It would be lying. Ryder, if you hide this, what else will you let them hide?
We're not taking tips on diplomacy from a teenager.
How old is Sid? If she's considered a teenager, then...
With all due respect, Director, Sid's right. Transparency is important for building trust. People need to know they can trust us, even when we screw up.
I'll make sure people hear about this.
Pathfinder, you're making a mistake.
Maybe. But at least I'm willing to acknowledge it.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
There we go.
As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative urgently requires blood. This is HNS.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term.
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Finders keepers.
Hey, it was stolen. I'm retrieving stolen stuff. Plus I need it for my collection. Director Tan, I'm writing to request an official review of Nakmor Kesh's suitability as Nexus Superintendent. The Krogan indeed helped suppress the mutiny by those we now dub exiles. However, given the Krogan's conduct during the uprising and their decision to leave the Nexus after the requests for more authority were denied, it is not hard to see Kesh's current position as a conflict of interest. I understand it may be politically beneficial to keep a Krogan on staff, for optics if not diplomacy. But for one of them to hold the power of a superintendent, given their brethren's negative opinion of us, is frankly playing with fire. It is my opinion as an experienced public servant that Kesh should be placed in a role where she can do less damage, perhaps in charge of archives.
Kesh, I'm not sure what we can do here. We've got the system stabilized for now, but we're going to need to reroute power soon. We could lose some stasis pods if we don't.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters.
Colony name New Tuchanka. Location Eladin. Estimated population 700 plus. Key people Nakmor Morda, Jorgal Strux, Nakmor Drak. The colony is thriving by Krogan standards. They are storing water and have enough to be self-sufficient. They have time for entertainment. There's a fighting pit, a distillery, even a greenhouse where they appear to be growing plants in an attempt to sustain the colony long term.
Nice.
This is spearheaded by a botanist named Vorn. The Krogan built their colony into the side of a sinkhole. Some construction materials were apparently taken from the Nexus. Other materials are locally sourced. The compound is heavily guarded, and it is difficult to get in unless you are Krogan. Sal, I appreciate you taking the time to reach out to me. I'm always happy to give advice to junior colonists interested in a future in politics. My advice is my father's. Just before I shipped out to Andromeda, he said, always help the little guy, but also help anyone with their boot on that little guy's neck. To get to where I am, you have to try to please everyone. This will ensure you'll always be right with someone. Spender. Del Jason told me you denied her request for properly functioning air filters. Do you realize how important it is to keep our staff healthy and working? I can't understand why you try to block this. It's getting to the point where I need to talk to Addison about your conduct. I'm sorry, but this is getting ridiculous. Bill, come see me. We need to talk. Foster. Hey, for someone so paranoid, it's funny that you'd title your email Paper Trail and sign it with your own name. Why not just evidence? Of course, I've held on to proof of our agreement. You're an elite, aren't you? I need some leverage for when you finally decide to turn on me. No one's finding anything. I doubt anyone even cares to look.
Meeting notes for Director Tan. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions. What do we have here? Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing.
Supplies ready for shipment. Medical supply crate ×2, ration crate ×5, map, toy pistol ×2, surveyor camera, battery cells ×6, 2,000 credits.
The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Play the first one.
10 is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
Thanks, Dan. What do we have here? What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert.
Fireworks in Cephessa as outpost colonists out-engineer an Angaran outlaw and destroy his ship in a daring rescue. This is HNS. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
I'm about to ask something, and I need you to just smile and look casual.
Smiling and looking casual. Check.
I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly.
Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
I've been investigating Spender. Found it in his quarters.
I knew something was up with him. Such an asshole. I hope you fry him.
Help me do it?
You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal. Sorry, smiling, casual.
Let me know when you're done.
Yes, sir.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
AVP. Yes, I do.
Let's open up some pods.
No, but I have stuff to collect.
What's AVP?
Andromeda viability points.
I thought that's what you used to open up pods.
Yeah. Why am I going this way?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I got turned around. I got distracted.
I have no clue what this layout is, so I cannot.
Time to go.
They certainly made this feel like a space station, I'll tell them that.
Yeah. Time to get back to the Tempest and figure out where we're going next.
Rivals vie for power on the exile front. After a bitter fight with their collective rivals, the Outcasts have now claimed control of Kadara. The collective leader known as the Charlatan has now been identified as Reyes Vidal, a notorious smuggler. Vidal is on the run as Kadara security tightens under Outcast leader Sloane Kelly.